following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Detroit Lions and the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday Night Primetime. And on the other side, the head coach of the Raiders. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going. Williams in motion. They'll look to a throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Take Bigsby, the man he was looking for that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I think if you asked every player around the league, going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes your time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before. And hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues. And they certainly want a different result today.
He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10.
And the Raider 1st down.
On the ground, this is Ashton Jeanty. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Genty. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
33-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one caught by Wilson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. They'll try it now with Genty, and he is going to have a Raiders first down by a couple of yards. They get 5 on that 4th down and 3.
Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Stroud to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Drop this one down to Genty. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. No issues there. This one is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now an opening past the 30. And he brings this back all the way to midfield. The Lions offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He's in! Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
It's the score, Lions 7, Raiders 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. Quarter two begins. It is Raider football. So, first and 10 here now at the 38 as we are ready to get back underway. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On the handoff, this is Genty. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll come up here, first and 10. Out of the pistol run with Genty. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and 8. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Now, Stroud. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. On first and 10, here's Stroud. The pressure's too much, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack on the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
It is third and long.
Brings up third and 12.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. They send the tight end in motion. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. That is into the hands of Wicks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, Mike. These receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Williams in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Outline, that's Bigsby. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 28-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Touchdown, Lions. His second rushing touchdown of the year. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. He'll go play action with Stroud. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
On the ground, it's Jeanty. Room to run past midfield. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. On play action, Stroud. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Here's Jeanty. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. On second down, Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That is second TD catch of the season. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. 2nd and 11. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to uncork one. Looking for Wicks. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That's Mekhi Blackman there for the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
2 yards. And the Raider first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Through the air, connecting with Debo. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud will get this complete to his tight end Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. 2nd down and 8. A run. Genty. He will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down. Three for 3 in the game as this one is also good. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 45.
Now, faking the give. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
On a zone read, he'll hand it to Jeanty. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Third and 10.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7.
Jeanty going to get it on the zone read. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gains.
A loss of 1 brings up third and 8.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Jeanty. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? They'll try to run. And he will get into the end zone. Ashton Jeanty. Touchdown, Vegas.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kicking team off for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now, a throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw It brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Genty, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. This one going to be sniffed out, thrown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
A.J. Cole in punt formation for the Raiders.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Lions offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Williams in motion. Once again, it's Bigsby. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Raiders offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught by Bowers. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And a Raider
Stroud to throw. We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
at the 42-yard line.
Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Stroud. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one incomplete. coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down. The Raiders send their punt team out, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. Send a man in motion right. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Woo. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Here's a 3rd and 10.
89 Bowers. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Once again, it's Jeanty. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep...
And he's into the end zone. Ashton Jeanty. Touchdown Raiders. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The Raiders will
To throw, it's Stroud. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. That is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
So it's 3rd down, and just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Now the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Is caught left side by St. Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Max Crosby in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Williams in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Deontay Banks, the former 1st-round pick, in from his corner spot to make the sack. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Williams in motion.
First down. A gain of 7.
Back to the air one more time. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 7.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
36. Lions 22.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. A pistol look, and here's Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. He'll get this off to Genty. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here. And don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run with Genty. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Las Vegas
victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. This one all but over. Here's third down. He chooses to keep it on the zone read. And they go backwards here again. The defense stands tall, and it's fourth down.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.